Okay, let's go back to our move tool. The move tool shortcut is the letter V as in Victor. This is what we use to like move things around and place it. Okay, what we're going to do now is, you notice the blue color on the top of the window? We're going to change that color from blue to green to match our flowers, foliage. So, use the marquee tool, press the letter M to select it, or it's right there. Draw a box around the top of the one down to about here. Okay, make sure all of the blue is highlighted. Then go to Image, Adjustments, and we're going to choose Replace Color. Again, I'll do it one more time. Choose this tool, the marquee tool, draw a box around the, make sure it's all covered. The blue section is inside the box. Go to Image, Adjustments, Replace Color. Now, go ahead and click on the eyedropper tool with a plus sign. Now click on the top of the box. And notice it automatically selected the trim around the window. But notice that it's still a little black around here. So we need to add to the selection. So go ahead and just keep on clicking the darker points where that window trim should be. When you're finished with that, go down to your hue. And you can change the color of the hue or the and that basically changes the color. So now notice it changed it from blue to green. And I'm going to click OK. So now we have green trim. And the last thing we're going to do to adjusting our image is go to Image, Adjustments, and Brightness and Contrast. Image, Adjustments, Brightness, and Contrast. I'm going to bring up the brightness a little bit, but I'm also going to bring up the contrast a lot. This is good to bring up the contrast when you're dealing with things like plaster or the side of a building with detail like this. So if I bring up the contrast, it's going to have a cooler effect.
What's brightness and contrast? It's an image.
So that's really bright. That's like if you have a crazy flash, and this is like if it's dark out. But I'm just going to choose maybe 44 or 42 with a high contrast and hit OK. So now we have our image that's ready for publication if you're going to use it for that. What we're going to do is save it. So go to File, Save As. Let's go ahead and save it as a JPEG file. Now there's three basic file types of picture files that you can save it as. JPEG is the most common. PNG is another one. It uses like transparency options very well. And also TIFF. TIFF is like the largest quality for saving pictures. But we're not concerned about quality today. We just want to save a simple image. So JPEG would be our best option. There's also GIF, but I don't see that. So go ahead, hit JPEG. Now, in parentheses, put your name. So window, and then like, I'm going to put Mr. Heil. So you know who made it. And you need to hit save.
It's JPEG option. It says quality.
Yes.
High. There is something like baseline and baseline optimized and those kind of stuff.
Okay, so once you get to the JPEG options, okay, this is the size of it. So 133 kilobytes is not very big. Maximum quality is 263 kilobytes. That's still not very big. Like kilobytes is really small. You guys know when you take a picture, let's say with 5 megapixel, One picture at that rate is about 1.5, maybe 2 megabytes. That's megabytes. How many kilobytes is in a megabyte?
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 kilobytes is in 1 megabyte. And we're talking about a normal camera at 5 megapixel has maybe 2 megabytes. So that's like 200,000 kilobytes. So this is a very small image, even at maximum quality. So if this said like 2 megabytes, then we would probably want to bring it down to like medium. So it'd be like into the kilobyte range. But since it's still relatively small, we're going to keep it at maximum so we don't lose too much quality. And we're going to hit OK. And then it should be saved on your desktop. And then go ahead and put that onto your USB because for later you're going to create a portfolio of the things that you've made in this class so you can use that for future use.